Now batting the 1987 Sportflics Team Preview Card Set. This is a new product for me. I never heard of this thing's existence until I saw it in a local card shop. I am on vacation, which is why I'm in an unusual place here, but we'll persevere together. Before I get into explaining this, I would appreciate if you guys would hit a like on the video and subscribe. It just helps me grow the channel. Really appreciate that. So did a little bit of research into what this set is, and it's sort of like the opposite of a traded or an update set. So it came out in 1987 before the regular Sportflics issue. You might remember, wax packs like this, and we'll open this one before the end of the video for another specific reason. But this set, this box came out before that, and it shows you basically a preview of a lot of the cards that are in there. It's kind of a cool idea. I don't know if anybody else ever did this. I don't know if Sportflics did this in other years, but anyway, here's the sides. They all look quite similar, as does the top. So when you open it, first thing they have on top are 26 of the team leader cards. And so I'm not sure whether these are the same or different to the cards that come in the packs. We'll find out when we open that one pack there. But I'll just show you a few of these real quick. So they have the team logo, all-time leaders, and then on the backs they have exactly that, the all-time leaders. So batting average, home runs, RBI, and then wins, strikeouts, and saves. And for the most part, these things are way out of date. Although I think Ernie Banks is still the Cubs leader with 512 home runs. Did Sosa hit more than that with the Cubs? I'm not sure. But it's interesting. You look at just some of the rest of these. Here's the Oakland A's. I noticed that all of these are upside down. You have to flip it this way for it to be right side up. So look at that. Carney Lansford and Ricky Henderson share the batting title lead, which for all I know, maybe they still do. That's a pretty high career mark. Reggie Jackson, 254 home runs. So it's kind of a snapshot from history. Obviously, a lot of these records have been broken since. Anyway, so that's what you get. You get one of these, for every team. Nothing too surprising in here. A couple of them have two logos like this one. And, the Indians, I noticed, is one that has two different logos. Yeah, so there's that. But then we get to 26 cards. So there are 52 cards total in the set, 26 of those all-time leaders cards, and then 26 cards, one for each team of this sort. And here's what they look like. So here's card number 1. To say 1 of 26 right there. And you can see that it's got multiple Rangers on it. Charlie Huff there down on the bottom right. And the backs are pretty cool. I actually read through a bunch of these. So, there's a whole section here on Outlook. You can pause the video and read it if you want. I'm not going to go through here. But here's the interesting thing, is newcomers to watch. So remember, this is from 1987. Here they're talking about Jerry Brown and Mike Stanley. Those are the two that they name here. I guess Ruben Sierra was already on the scene at this point. He's mentioned up here. And this is pretty interesting, right? To see guys who are still in the minor leagues. And, at a time when I think this information was pretty hard to get, I can imagine looking at a card like this and being pretty excited to see and learn some of that information. Here's the Mets card. A little bit hard to see in the Sportflics. Now you can see it, that it's following the team colors there. The Mets is in orange. Obviously it's on a blue background. Got Gary Carter here. Sid Fernandez. Darryl Strawberry. So, you know, there's 12 different players featured on here. 3 different photos in each quadrant. Kevin McReynolds is there. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Look at the newcomers to watch on the Mets. So yeah, Kevin McReynolds came from the Padres. Rookie Dave Magadan, southpaw reliever Randy Myers, and they mentioned that Ray Knight has departed. I was just going to show you a couple more of these. A few things on here that I found interesting. So, you know, Rick Dempsey is mentioned here as a newcomer to the team. He came over to catch. And they talk about Dave Clark, Greg Swindell, and then Jay Bell, who did make it up to the majors. So, just interesting. Here's the Reds and the Blue Jays. Phillies. Mentioned their minor leaguers. Well, they mentioned Lance Parrish and Mike Easler. Rookie outfielders Chris James, Ron Jones, Marvin Freeman, and Steve Carlton. They talk about coming back. And the best infield prospect is rookie Greg Legg, who batted .323 in AAA. So the one thing of note about this team, this set, well, I'll come to that in a moment. And I think it's pretty cool. The one thing of note is on the Braves card, which I don't think we've seen yet. Did we? Oh, here it is. So if you look in the bottom right there, it's Tom Glavine. It's his only appearance on a 1987 card. Isn't there any appearance on any other card from any other company? Newcomers to watch. They talk about Chuck Carey and Randy O'Neill, who came over, Gary Renicky, who came over, Luis Leal, Damaso Garcia. But then for the youngsters, they talk about Deion James, former Brewers prospect, Tom Glavine, a southpaw with good command of his pitches, rookie infielders Jeff Blauser and Ronnie Gant. Yeah, so that's the set, and pretty cool. So then the regular 87 issue came along later, and I was curious to open one pack to see about the cards, but also to see if the photos are the same photos. So here are the cards, and these are clearly different. So these are, here's a team pitching leader, which is yearly, it's not career for those categories, and then team standing. So here's what the Red Sox did in like the 10 preceding years. Who was their manager, what was their record, etc. So different cards. And in here we've got Roger Clemens and Brett Butler. Yep. And Von Hayes looks like, yeah. So I just want to look and compare to here. So here's the Indians card. There's Brett Butler bottom right. And that photo doesn't appear on the front of his card, but it looks like it's the same photo right there. I would say so. That's cool. And who do we got? Clemens and Von Hayes. Let's see. Let's see about the rest here. There's the Red Sox and the Phillies. So Hayes has got a few different photos. This nice candid shot, him batting, and one of him sliding in. And then obviously his headshot on the back, that looks like the same from that photo right there. And what's he doing on this card? Where is he? I haven't spotted him as of yet on here. Oh, there he is. So that's Hayes right there. It's hard to see. Hard to get the right angle for him. My gosh. Can you see? That's him, but it's just, there's just no good angle for me to hold this at. It's crazy. But that photo is not any of the photos from this card. That's interesting. And finally, let's look at the Clemens. So the front is 3 pitching photos, and then his headshot. And look at that, it's a different headshot. Yep, different headshot. Anyway, there you have it. Kind of a cool idea. By the way, there's a false bottom in this box that's about this high. Make it look bigger, maybe the same size as the traded sets typically are, but way fewer cards in here than a traded set, obviously. Fun set, and I hope you enjoyed seeing something new. If it was new for you, it's certainly new for me. I would appreciate a like and subscribe, and have a fantastic day. See you soon.